Hello everyone, what's up? It's me, Jonkomusa3, finally back again, and of course I had to make this video this day because it is Halloween, and yeah, what do you know, this is actually going to be an update video, but before I make the update or show you the titles I picked up, I'll just tell you, just because it's Halloween, I'll tell you a little Halloween memory of mine, which I had when I was younger. And feel free to make any response video or something like that, because that would be really fun. And tell me about your favorite Halloween memory. But this was a while ago. This was when the remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre came out, and I think it was 2003 or something like that. But I think it was 1 or 2 years after that I watched it with one of my friends at his home. I think it was 2004 or 2005, and I remember that when I came home I told my mother. My mother was like, "Hey, what movies did you watch?" And I said, "We watched the Texas Chainsaw Massacre." And she was like, "What? The Texas Chainsaw Massacre?" And I was like, "Yeah, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre," and she believed that it was the original, because when she was younger she was scared to death by that movie, the original. So she thought that I had watched the original, but in fact the original isn't that gory or bloody at all. The remake is much more violent than the original, so it was kind of fun, because she thought saw the original when I saw the remake. So yeah, that's sort of a really fun memory from one of my Halloween days back in the day. And this was when I really got into watching horror or so on. Maybe it was not, I'm not really sure what exact year it was, but I just remember the memory very much, and it just made me crack up, because when I found out that the original isn't that violent, and the remake, because the remake was much more violent. So yeah, so feel free to leave any response video or something like that. That would be really cool. Yeah, now I'm not going to talk anymore about my memories in the past. Now I'm going to talk about the movies that I picked up recently. First up, this is not the first two titles is not really horror related at all. It's just two comedies. First off, we got a movie with Emilio Estevez, and I just had to pick it up because it was so extremely cheap. It was like $1 or something like that, or $1.50. And the movie is Late Last Night with Emilio Estevez. Yeah, it was so cheap, so I just had to pick it up. I don't really know anything about it, but in the trailer it looks really interesting. And then something very weird from Japan, a movie by Takashi Miike. That was another reason why I picked it up. Yatterman. Don't know anything about it. I just know it's Takashi Miike, and the Japanese are always extremely good at finding out new kind of weird things and ideas. So yeah, I had to pick it up. Yatterman. Yatterman. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but yeah. And the last titles, 4 titles, are from Nuta Films, and I really like that company that brings out these movies. And would also like to thank you, Lola's Basement, for giving me advice of where I could pick up these movies, because these were about to get out of print on other websites and so on. But I found them for such an extremely good price, so I had to pick them up right there. First up, we got first off of the movies. I think you know what I'm talking about. Dead Girl. Heard some disturbing things about this. Yeah, about 2 teenagers who finds a dead woman in an old hospital or something like that. I'm not really sure, but I just read a little bit about it, and it seems to be really interesting. So yeah, Dead Girl. And then we have another sort of disturbing movie, which I've heard disturbing things about, and the movie is Mum and Dad. I think it's a British horror movie. Seems very interesting and really good, so I had to pick it up. But I've heard that the acting in this is absolutely amazing, and I think it was some people that complained about the ending of this movie. Not really sure if it was this movie or something else, but anyway, Mum and Dad seems to be really awesome. And then we have a movie with Michael Rooker, Tony Todd, what's his name, Graham McTavish, and some other people, and the movie is called Penance, and I can just assure you this is not the August Underground Penance, this is the other Penance from 2009, so yeah. And this artwork or this cover looks absolutely amazing in my opinion. Blood things and all of that, and up here it actually says warning, contains shocking scenes based on true events. So yeah, disturbing stuff, don't say no to that. Penance. And the last movie is a movie from the 80s, and I don't really know what to think about this. I've not seen it, but I've heard some mixed things about it. And the movie is Psychos in Love. Yeah, I really love this cover art as well, with like a chainsaw right here and a knife there, and seems to be really fun. It says right here on the back that it's very romantic, even though it contains a lot of killing and murders and so on. Killing, I think you understand what I mean. So yeah. Psychos in Love. And now when I actually think about it, I actually picked up another title as well, but I got it in my shelf over there, but I'm just too lazy to pick it out from there, so I'll just say what movie it is. And the movie I also picked up was Stepfather 2. I was a very big fan of the original, the first one, so I just had to pick it up, the second one, because I knew that Jeff Burr was directing the second one, and it's the same guy who made Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 and Pumpkinhead 2, and I really love those two movies as well, so of course I had to pick that one up as well. So, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed and didn't get bored, and see you next time, and happy Halloween!